Mm. Leather glove. I had it on a second ago. So freaking cold. Hat up. There we go. And live off. I wonder if I can keep my fingers covered the whole, but then I can't click on it. I can't type, and I gotta type. This is a bad idea. I'll uncover. Have my Mr. Bojangles pop out the chat. Got my controller. Huh. Got a lot to talk about tonight. Hello. What's up, everybody? I got Bojangles. It's cold in Jacksonville, and I forgot to put on the heating until like just a little while ago. So that's my bad. But dang, I can't play PlayStation with this. A bunch of new games on PlayStation Plus for a PS5 tonight, so I want to try a few of them out. Try them out with me. Put the gloves back on. Put my. What's up, Mung? How you doing, Mungs? Where's my GAAMSTONK thing on me? Oh wait, is that it? There we go. Yeah, here we go. Now we've got GAAMSTONK hoodies. Not selling these. This is a one of a kind. What's up, David Villadream? What's up, Thomas? How you doing? Let me get my drink ready. Got a margarita from. This looks like urine, by the way. From Burrito Gallery. They do margaritas to go. Or carry out, I should say. It's kind of like an adult Capri Sun, I guess. Wow, that's kind of sticky. Do I pop it open? Is that how this works? Okay, yeah, there we go. I thought maybe it was Capri Sun style where you poke the bag, but apparently you just drink it like you're drinking urine out of a pouch. Daniel Zadi, how you doing? Yeah, how you feeling? I'm feeling much better, thank you. Much, much better. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, future? It's good. I got the 8-ounce version. So, Daniel, thanks for sharing the stream. I'm not doing that every time. It's going to happen every time Renzo should have been here to record it. We could have made it. But Daniel, doing pretty good. How are you doing? Gregorio Ernesto Feliciano, it's always a pleasure to see you. Good food. Eating food? Good food? What kind of food you eat? What everyone have for dinner tonight? Except for Rose, how you doing? We're going to read through y'all's comments in just a little bit and pick a winner for this free game. Some do-gooding. I want to perpetuate positivity in the place and make lots of P sounds to pronunciate. Daniel says, I'm going to share the stream every time. Every time? All right. Every time you share it, not tonight. Once each time I will do that. Yeah, I'm doing good. Just surviving. Super jealous of you drinking that margarita. I'm telling you, if you drink now, your baby will be prepared when they're born. Not that good. It's great. Jay Morales, thank you for liking the stream. Thomas, you had chili? Blow it up, Thomas. Blow it up. Daniel, pasta, spinach, and purple rice. Purple rice? No, that's not what I wanted to say. Why are my things messed up? That is not a noise. That should have been.
Gay.
There we go. That's for your purple.
Blouses.
Sephiroth, ahoy! DJ, sup, Ryan? How you feeling? Much better than I was feeling last week. That's for damn. Sephiroth, stop! Yeah, prepared for all the GAAM shenanigans. Well, tonight we're giving out a free game. We're going to try out some of these new games on PlayStation Plus. If you got PlayStation Plus, it's free. So download it. Play that shit. Unless we find out they suck. What's up, Dalton? How you doing? Then I'm going to go into the origin story of the GAAM Nerd Market. So you will know how the GAAM Nerd Market came to be. And I'm even going to tell you how to run your own damn nerd market. Or market, whatever. And I forgot what the hell else Oh yeah, GAAMSTONKs. So, we're going to keep selling the shirts until Friday. We were going to cut off sales last night, but of course, 9 a.m. this morning, I get an order from Botter. And I'm like, bro, why are you the person ordering after the deadline? Because he's Botter, that's why. But, so obviously people are finding out about the shirt. They want the shirt. But also, I talked with Prince R Us. Love Prince R Us. They work with us for a lot of our apparel stuff. That's why those GAAM shirts are always so soft. I don't cheap out on that shit. I want y'all to have good stuff when you have GAAM stuff. But they said they could execute the order pretty quickly. And I'm like, all right, cool. That means we can get them in time for Valentine's Day as long as I get the order in like Friday night. So if you are a Patreon supporter, or if you make an order and you're in Jacksonville, I can get you the shirts. Sorry, I drank that margarita kind of fast. I can get you the shirts by Valentine's Day. If you want it to be like a V-Day gift, great. But yeah, that's good news. Sephiroth, we here to talk about Corey's juicy ass. What is wrong with you? Dave Morales, true Botter market is unpredictable. Oh, I can predict it. It's garbage. So the short box always is. I know they got like a new interview this week about Stan Lee, which actually is really interesting. I plan on checking that. Dalton Fairbanks says, what? What? Yeah, we're going to take orders on that for just... I guess I should probably get the URL to order the stupid shirt. Ryan, why are you so dumb? Talking about this shirt and you even telling people where they can buy it. I'll be donating $1 from each sale to the Schulzbacher Center to help with homelessness. That's important to me, especially given the kind of financial impact of this kind of, I would say, cultural event or financial phenomenon going through. You can get the GAAMSTONK shirt at. There you go. I dropped the link for the shirt. And now let me drop a link for Patreon. $20 for the shirt. Or you can support us on Patreon. If you're ready to support on Patreon, you're golden. If you're new, you got to be elite or higher, which is $15. So it's $5 cheaper. Sign up on Patreon. Sign up on Patreon. Get it. Why is it cheaper on Patreon, Ryan? I'll tell you why. Because you're supporting us directly then. And plus, you're probably going to forget that you subscribe. And you'll keep subscribing. That's more money. So, hey, it's a win. See, I'm honest with y'all. I tell y'all the real shit. No, but seriously, most people who support us on Patreon, they support us month after month. And they make like all the contests possible that we do. Like a lot of the art stuff. In terms of supporting the artists, supporting a lot of different charities, even some of the tournaments. So thank you, Patreon supporters. Thank you, Lindsay. Oh my God, I was gonna say Morris, but I think I'm thinking of the girl from Glee. And I know Lindsay too, and I'm actually forgetting the Morris or North. I'm gonna check. Let's see, Norris. Thank you, Lindsay Norris, for signing up, becoming a Patreon supporter. Thank you, Isaiah Davis, for becoming a Patreon supporter, and thank you to Krista Harris for becoming a supporter. Of course, thank you to all the other Patreon supporters that have been here freaking forever. Y'all are awesome. David said, "Hey Ryan, don't forget to download Destruction All Stars while it's free. Free plus title on PS5. It's actually a fun little demolition. That's actually what I'm about to play, David Chapman. David Chapman is my game. Downloaded it earlier today. We go and play it. I haven't played it yet. I'm just gonna play it for a few minutes. See what it's like." Dave Villadream says, "Now I know why my sweet tooth was hurting. Because he got all that cake." Sephiroth, what's wrong with me? Have you seen it? The jiggle in slow motion is legendary. What? This is some weird shit. Dalton, I'm doing better. I was feeling pretty sick last week. Feeling much better now. I watched an episode of 60 Minutes that made me cry for about 60 minutes. But I'm doing much better. David, I played a little and was going to hop back in at some point. I'll have to get a game going. Maybe not tonight. I'm only going to jump into this for a little bit. And then I want to be educational and talk about how to run a market, why we did the nerd market, all that kinds of stuff. Oh, so are we already playing? I have a cockroach head. Welcome. Follow the tutorial to learn the basics. No, just let me play. I'll figure it out when I fuck up. Next page. Oh, Smash Tournament this Thursday. Online Smash Bros. Tournament. If you have any affiliation with UNF, you can enter it. Probably a $75 Nintendo eShop credit payout. I would have told y'all more about it before, but literally I just got the request in today, so. Run to a vehicle to get started. All right. Oh man, are you not inverted? Need invert. Oh, come on. Old school. Dominique says, hello, hello. Everybody ignore her. David Chapman says, I think you can pause it and leave the tutorial, okay? I think I'm in the game now, right? Oh my god, alright, yeah, I'm quitting this. I don't want to know how to play. Do an arcade. Dominic, too late. Dave Morales reacted to it. Of course he did. Let's see. Should I? Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about too. Black History Month. Hannah just reminded me. I actually had a really good conversation with Renzo about that. You know, Renzo, he was sending me a bunch of stuff about different, I would say, minorities, different black people who have been influential in the course of humanity, in the arts and gaming and whatnot. What's up, Javier? Javier, how are you doing? And it was really cool. Renzo was like, "Hey, I'll write some articles or this or that for it," and I was like, "That's cool. Do that. Let's do it. I like the idea." Then I was like, you know, maybe we should make this more of a let's do this. Like a conversation. Like maybe we can do like the articles and the posts. But maybe Black History Month, maybe we should actually have like a Zoom call. We'll stream it of us talking about our feelings on, I don't know if we should be talking about black people in history or more so like what, maybe we should be talking about the state of racism or something along those. I don't know. I feel like there's a conversation to be had there that's more than just a post. You know what I mean? Maybe we can have, I want to be positive. Maybe not a conversation about racism. Maybe a conversation about the progress that's been made. Something along the lines of that. Something that would open up the conversation so we can see the solutions that have been enacted over the years and what we can all do to make sure we keep going forward in terms of being inclusive to all kinds of people. So I don't know. If you'd be interested in being on that Zoom call, let me know if there's enough interest in it. I think we'll do it. Nobody wants to do it. I ain't gonna do it by myself. I'll just...
Then drive into the Carnado to collect those points. The more gears you bank, the better the...
Dan Morales says the art style for this game is banging. It is. I like the controls already. You definitely feel the resistance. Oh shit, you can get out of the car. Holy crap.
The opposition takes the lead with that blast.
Alright, Chapman, how do I play? I think that's a taunt. Yeah, okay, directional pad is taunts. Should I be jumping out and getting out of cars?
Yikes, that wreck looks rough.
Are you okay? I'm guessing you're getting cars and then driving them. That's kind of cool.
Points on the board, but
Can I steal a car from somebody else like Grand Theft? Oh wait, can I hit people?
I felt that.
Oh yeah, that's all. No! Oh, dang it. Oh, you can hijack the car? Oh, dang it. Alright, it's like a paper.
Maybe they just didn't want it enough.
Can I dash or something? How do I see? I guess I should have done the tutorial. Everybody has cars but me.
Do I hear howling? Lupita's breaker is ready.
Alright, David, you were right. This is pretty cool. If you have a PlayStation Plus, is this on PS4 as well, or is this PS5 only? You know, David? For Chapman, both Davids are here. Vince, don't be shaking me off! Ah!
Lupita's breaker's been ready for a while. What's she up to? A score for their rival.
Okay, circle is to dodge. I wish I didn't have to be inverted. That was easy.
Well, it wasn't.
Hello!
I think we all
So
expected
Morales. He took my car! Alright, how do I steal this? Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. So you got, I guess, when it's a real person, it's whoever pushes the button first.
It'll be tough to bounce back from that. That barge was large and in charge.
Large Marge. Be Herman. Large Marge. It's fun. Do you know if you can make teams in this, David? Or, damn it, Ryan, stop saying David. There's two. Chapman, do you know if you can make teams? I want to do a tournament for this game. I really like this. This is fun. Gotta get the car. Gotta get the car. Get in. Oh, dang. So there's more points for actually crashing it. So as the game progresses, each one's worth more points. So that's pretty cool. The hell was that? I read the chat. Dominique. Oh, I'd love to be included, please. Okay, we got one. Dave Morales. All true. Good on Renzo. Yeah, no, Renzo was really passionate about this. Like, he was sending me stuff all day long. You know, we decided we should probably do something talking about like the Tulsa Massacre. He was talking about, you know, how minorities have been involved in different parts of history. He was even showing me some stuff from history books where, like, now they're saying that people who came over here were workers and not slaves. And I'm like, what? So, definitely good on Renzo. Have a good one, Sephiros. Oh, my eyes are burning already. Hard to read. Dominique, also, I was defiantly going to start trolling you about your streaming time and use historical African American. Yeah, but no one will listen. Oh man, my eyes are watering already. Floyd, what's up? Yo ho, looks good. Yeah, it does. What's up, Curtis? Sweet, I didn't come in absolute last against the computer. Chapman, I'm down for doing this game later on. I like this. This is really cool. This is PS4's. This is a PS4 game as well. People need to get this. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the trailer for this, I was like, "This looks kind of corny." Like, it was trying really hard to be Rocket League and Fortnite, but it already feels different enough just in that quick little playthrough. Curtis is hi everybody. Dominic Rosewood, just in Gainesville, Florida. What? Huh? I do the tutorial now because there are definitely things. This game is way more in depth than I expected. Triangle to enter. I want you to accelerate. Why did I do that? Can I jump and get into another vehicle? Hold on. Oh, okay, that would be dope. Hold on. I gotta do this right. I want to jump out of... Yeah, oh, that's dope. Alright, that's kind of... Okay, I'm steering. What's the next step? Dominique, Rosewood Massacre and Gates. Oh, okay. There you go. There's another good one. Rosewood Massacre. Axe Handle Saturday. I'm surprised how many people don't know about Axe Handle Saturday. Right here in Jacksonville. Handbrake? Alright. Alright, next lesson. Teach me something new. Boom. Okay. I've done enough handbraking, so just... Oh! Vehicle cells. Tap forward to use slam, which... Okay, cool. So that's a little bit like the... So you can... shimmy and shake. Why can't they just bring back Twisted Metal? I get you. I'ma get you. Yes. Is there a meter to recharge the slam? Okay, I see the arrows at the bottom. Recharges your up and down, your left and right. You come on and slam. Fuck. Oh, dang it. Count. What's next? Eject? Okay, I can do that. Boom. Curtis said, I was surprised to hear about Axe Handle Saturday up until I was watching the news one day and I heard about it for the first time. Yeah. Right here in Jacksonville. Jump, evade, ride, character breaker. Dominique, thank you for liking the stream, I guess. Collect shards. Alright, let's click. Little teleportation thing. Guessing that's the punch. I don't know. That's not your evades. Can I run him over? Oh, dang it. Alright, let's get him. Let's get him. Come on, chat. Wreck him. Already did the takeover. That's a really interesting mechanic. I like that. Oh, dang it. Oh, that's cool. Like a stealth mode. Very useful. Summon your hero and take a character for a spin. Oh, okay, if you use L1, you can summon your character's car. L1, what does that do? That's like cloak mode for the car. I'm destroying all the cars. Woo! That was close. There you go. You're done, son. I am the ghost. Car. Like the left and right slide is almost more of a defensive maneuver. Almost like an evade. Ooh, I just got destroyed. Who's gonna lose their car? Oh my god, I got, oh man, that's awesome. Alright. This game's cool. You get it. You have a PS5, definitely get it. If you're on PS4, let's see. Is this game on PS4? Destruction All Stars. Let's see this. PS5 only. Wow, so like no one will be able to play this. Curtis, Destruction Derby mixed with Grand Theft Auto. Pretty cool concept. Yeah, a little bit of Grand Theft Auto, a little bit of Destruction Derby, a little bit of Rocket League, a little bit of Fortnite. It's a good game. All right. Now it's getting kind of hot, but I don't want to take off my GAAMSTONK shirt. Take off. Let's pick a winner for this game. I'm gonna go to the GAAM fam. I'm gonna read your comments. Hear about all the nice things y'all said about one another. I'll never say nice things about you. Happen. Why? Because I'm mean. That's why. Alright. What's up, Cam? Okay, I'll say nice things about Cammy. Dang, y'all lit this thread up. What happened? Man, y'all are some decent human beings. You guys are so positive. Appreciate your positivity. Alright, let's bust out Firefox. See what y'all been saying. Ooh, wait, should I go to my Firefox screen? The Firefox scene? No, that's not it. There we go, that works. I should do this instead. I look this way, am I looking at okay. I need some music for this. Let's see. Music that won't get flagged. Let's go with this might work. There you go. That sounds pretty happy. Look how happy I am now. Happier when y'all leave me the fuck alone. Don't let me know if the music's too loud. I think it's okay, but actually let me check. I should check my mic levels. It looks somewhat okay. Although I don't know why all the Billy Madison clips are apparently running 24/7. Alright. We get the chat back up. Morales says, this is like the Golden Saucer song on acid. It might be. Let me see. I'm at 9 minutes. 9, cat. Alright, let's read these comments. Adrian Connor, and please feel free to tag anybody in the chat that is being talked about, but who leaves a comment. That way they'll feel good. Doesn't everybody want to make somebody else feel good? Not like in a hooker prostitution way, because that's too expensive. Adrian Connor says, Joshua Campbell has always been a homie, but especially lately with educating people certain racist things. Also, bump on the stonks. The GAAMSTONK. Nina Rhodes says, Megan Chaton has always been there for any questions I have since moving to Jax. Great recommendations. I'm gonna like these. Actually, we like him as Gam, not Ryan Gam Daniels. P.S. If any of you guys try to friend request me, Brian Gam Daniels, I won't respond to it. Let's see. I hide this? There we go. There we go. Let's see these replies. Megan says, Nina Rhodes, anytime! And then Nina says, Megan, I made the hair appointment. They have an option just for pixies. And then Megan says, Nina Rhodes, yes! I haven't been disappointed with that place. Brittany says, Megan rocks. Corey, as for the past few years, is trying to make a joke, and he's yet to make a funny one. Mike has nice hair. These people with hair making fun of us who aren't as blessed. You feel ashamed of yourselves. The classic case of the haves versus the have-nots. And it will not stand. Hold the line. Diamond hands. Ed says, Freddie says, David Chapman has been a friend for more than 25 years. Gaming, pop culture, always a great person to chat with. Mike says, Corey has amazing abs. Corey's getting on the same list as Botter. Sephiroth replies, Mike, I guess, but really, how can anyone see past that juicy ass? What's wrong with y'all? Like, a lot of people masturbate too much. Rob Arnold says, I don't want to win, so please don't include me. Now, like, it almost is like he's gotta win. But I still want to say that Renzo Sanchez and Erica Dempsey selflessly give a lot to this community. So next time you see them, give them a high five for me. Like that. And then Erica says, stop! You include his ass too, please. I don't have an Erica voice yet. I gotta work on like a French accent. So, you include his ass too. Let's see. Parlez-vous français? Voulez-vous danser à ce soir? Stop, you. Include his ass too, please. I don't think that's a French accent. I got to work on it. Rob says, thanks, homie. I appreciate you. I gotta put this music down some. It is like loud and like, I feel like I'm yelling at you. By the way, if you're going to make any nice comments about people in the chat, go for it. Say nice things now while you're here. People are listening. Caroline Price says, Roy is, oh wait, I gotta like these people's comment. That's how social currency works today. I want to give positive reinforcement for good things. They get the little ding, like, hey, someone recognized me. Someone appreciated the time that I put into that and the way that I feel. Erica, Ryan has learned French. I gotta work on it. I'm working on it, Sil Morales. It's coming though. The Erica voice is coming. That's what she said. Caroline says, Roy is the most selfless, best emotional support person a girl could ask for. Dominique chose this moment of encouragement, empowerment, and positivity to make a racial and ethnic stereotype. So props to Dominique on that. 8 Eastern time or 8 Black History Month time. And it's a bad joke, so of course Renzo gets in on it. Hope y'all are proud of yourself. This is the kind of activity and strife that has held us back for 400 years. Even though I'm not really black and I'm a first generation. I'm like an 8th black at best. Now CPT, I'm on that all day. Kia says, I think Amanda Merritt is a doll. She's done a lot for our community and is a fantastic friend. Hear, hear. I applaud that. Oh, this bag is getting empty. Amanda, use good people. I don't think there was a time that I knew Mandy that was not associated with Extra Life. She championed Extra Life and did things for this community for God knows how many years. So appreciate you, Mandy. Y'all don't remember a time when there was very little to no nerd scene. I'll get on that in just a little. Maybe I'll throw some shade while I'm doing it too. Who knows? Dominique, you are definitely colored. What the hell, Dominique? You're right though. I definitely have been followed in a store and harassed by police. That makes me officially a minority. Dave Morales, Amanda Marin is the captain. This is the truth. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't like any of you. But I respect some of you. And I respect Amanda. I respect Mandy a lot. She's done a lot for this community. Not just for Extra Life. Christy remembers back when Tilt was still around. Christy says, "Hate you too."
Hey.
But yeah, the gaming and the nerd scene used to be the Tilt, Aladdin's Castle, Putt, Mountasia, anywhere there was actual nerd economy. That's where the nerd scene was in Jacksonville. I'm sure it was very much like that in other cities as well. For gamers, most of the FGC, you would find pockets of this community interspersed between laundromats and things of that nature, where you'd find like an illegal arcade cabinet or a random Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Or when your parents would take you to Putt or Tilt and give you $5 to get 30 tokens on a weekend. But outside of that, as we grew older and the economies for those things disappeared with the growth of consoles, the culture and the community around that disappeared. So we didn't really have that for a long time. I give props to Tiger for being one of the people to keep the scene alive amidst those times. And then there was kind of like an upswell. I attribute a lot of it to all of you, the people that I've met over the years through GAAM. I'd say a lot of it goes to the GAAM community. A lot of it goes to Video Game Rescue and the community around that. Cliff with GLHF and Leaderboard. Extra Life was a huge portion of that. And as you have these communities popping up, it then empowers new economies. Then the economies empower the community. It becomes a circle. And Mandy was definitely a part of that. Now, y'all don't know how good you got it. Now it's damn good. Remember all the times that Nintendo and GameStop and Microsoft and everything would come around for, indie events or just little things here in Jacksonville? That's right. Didn't happen to me, damn it. You're welcome. Let's see. Sephiroth says Ryan loves Botter though. Botter can eat it. That's what I gotta say about Botter. Christy says DDR. Yeah, the DDR machines. There's such a huge community behind those DDR machines. Wherever you could find it, you found people who shared the same, not just the same love and passion for a game. You found a lot of people that genuinely wanted friendship. They genuinely wanted people to connect with. Like, they wanted a sense of belonging. And those machines, those places where you could buy something at 25 cents at a time, kind of gave us a way to connect and unite with one another. It erased racial boundaries, erased sex and gender and identity, race. All those things didn't matter. And so I guess this is kind of an appropriate conversation for Black History Month. Chrissy says, and now it's cool again to be that again. Stonks! But your weird flag fly. Yeah, well now it's so popular because, again, these communities revolve around economies, and now there's so much money around it. Like everybody who says they're not a nerd or a geek or whatever, it's like, yeah, if you watched a Marvel movie, well, there you go, billions of dollars every year. Oh, you watch a DC movie, there you go. Play Mortal Kombat, you know, you play Street Fighter, played Candy Crush, Fortnite. So there's so much money that now it's extremely easy to become part, and that's good. It should be, because we want to continue to erase the barriers that divide us. You know, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Denny says, I remember going to the big arcade at the Landing and loving playing so many different games with hold on, there you go, with great people. Landing was the one place I hated going to play games, because those fuckers at the Landing only gave you 3 tokens for $1. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is that? Who gives you 3? You get 4 tokens minimum for $1. But no, the Landing was fun. Let me go. Okay, so I gotta finish reading these comments, and we'll come back to this. I want to keep the positivity train rolling on through. Christy, it was gross. Ian Lozano. Ed Broom has got me into so many new fitness adventures these past few months. It's incredible what he can do. Sounds like a sexual thing, but still props. Christy says Adrian Connor is a meme movie making king. He is. Adrian churns out so much content, original content. I give him props. I consider Adrian an artist. I think that is like a new media artist. I would consider Adrian. I don't think he'll be appreciated until years from now. Danny says Danny Connor has been a great friend and has been there for me when I needed someone. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, you would see I wouldn't buy you a damn thing, because I hate butter. Butter, you'll get it in the end. Make some strong ass margaritas. Zephyro says, so my parents met over arcade games. My mom worked at a gas station and my dad would ride his bike up to play Defender. Eventually he started going to see her. Aww. Oh man, that might be the feel good. I'm gonna have to give you a game just for that story, Sephiroth. I might. I didn't say I will, but I might. I gotta think about it. Morales, Adrian Connor is indeed an artiste. He is. He truly is. It's the same thing where I would say, God, maybe 20 years ago, making anything in Photoshop or drawing on a tablet or whatnot, it was then controversial as to whether or not you were an artist or not. Think about how many people draw on paper today. You know, time will change the story. Sephiroth says, oh, I got a few. Erica Dempsey is always super supportive with art stuff. Jan Peak is a badass. Also my hero. David Morales, I'm not reading that. David Morales is a great guy overall. You can't see it, but there's parentheses. It's like to no one. Ed Broom has excellent taste in music. Corey Torgeson has a banging ass. Have you seen that ass? Have you seen what it does in slow motion when you slap it? That's some weird stuff going. I don't know what's wrong with it. Brenda Lloyd knows what's up. What's up? Corey's ass? Sephiroth, you weird man. Christy says, I doodle at work. There you go. Yankee Doodle Dandy. But no, the tools of an artist change over time. And it's typically the acceptance of those tools is what lingers behind the actual progression of skills. So I think in time, way more people will recognize and appreciate what Adrian does as an art form. The comedy involved, the timing. What's up, Geddes? How you doing? Geddes, we're announcing that Smash Bros. Tournament officially tomorrow. Got the official request in, so it gonna happen now. Thank you for liking the stream, Christy. Amanda Marin says, Brittany Crawford, Brenda Lloyd. We'll give you the cat calls you want and deserve. Brittany says, you still look like you do robotics. What? I don't even know what that means. But sounds positive to me. Good night, Sephiroth. Have a good one, buddy. You're weird, but I like you. Wait, no, I don't like you. I don't like any of y'all. I respect you. Damn it. Fucked up. Still don't like you. Christy says, I just spent 3 hours doing pixel art as well. So pixel art takes a long time. My process in doing pixel art has definitely changed over the years. I used to try to manually set each pixel, and eventually I changed over, and now I start off with a pixel grid where I'm changing the colors of those pixels. I typically try to do my work in Illustrator. I started in Photoshop because you click. I actually set up like 1,000 1x1 pixel grid in Illustrator, so it makes my workflow. Dave Morales says, yo, Geddes, look at that. Morales and man, we got the Lou Morales Realty and the Show Bros in one chat. This is the battle I want to see. I need to set up a game where it's like just Show Bros versus Lou Morales Realty. Battle of the Nerd Realtors. Who will win and come out triumphant? You got Morales, however the fuck you pronounce Geddes' last name. You got the Browns versus the Blacks, and at the end, I need the whites to come in and swoop in and have victory after the other two are slain. That's what we want to see. Black History Month. Hashtag peace, love, equality. I don't know. Chitani says good night to Sephiroth. Morales says getting roasted by Ryan. No big deal. Chitani says hello. Dominique says wow. You're the same old nonsense. Y'all tell me what? Y'all don't want me to chill. I'm the only person who does events that's not a promoter. I don't give a fuck. I give y'all the truth. I became like everybody else. So I'm saying, well, good evening, everyone. It's great to see that we're all here, loving and enjoying one another. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. And let me talk to you about why everybody here is great all the time. And I'm just going to agree with it and ask you to do what I say. And I will not do any of the work. I'll get other people to do the work. Because I don't know how to do anything. You don't want that from me. You want the truth.
Charlie Murphy! That was cold-blooded!
That's what y'all want from me. Get it, says Ryan. You're a wild boy. Morales, Ryan is the Dave Chappelle of promoters and do-gooders. I don't ever want to be a promoter. I know sometimes I have to promote, but I don't ever want to be a promoter. You can ask people on the team. I hate that shit so much. Because I was an artist first. I was a creator first. That's what I want to do. I want to make stuff. Like GAAM initially... I mean, there was a lot of things GAAM initially was supposed to be. But one of those things that I really pushed for was it to be kind of like a Andy Warhol-esque deal for creators, for us to collaborate together. Like, that's why so many of the artists that I worked with, I was like, hey, let's just do something cool. How much is this going to cost? Because I just want to see you do this cool shit. I'll find the money. Either I'll take it out of my paycheck or I'll get someone to sponsor it. But this idea has fucking awesome. And I want to see it happen. Let's work together. That's what I loved. That's one of the things I love and miss the most about GAAM. I miss working with Jen Peak and Brittany and Kia and Erica and Leslie and Anne and Judith. Like Kat, we were all making stuff. That was really cool. You know, it was always great when people showed up. Like any artist, you want your art to live and have a home, be appreciated, or not even appreciated, but you want to talk to somebody. And unfortunately, for the art to succeed and for the charitable stuff we want to do to succeed, I then have to take time away from creating to then promote stuff, and I hated that part. Hated that part so much. I hate promoting stuff. I want to make cool shit. Adam's telling me this Ryan doesn't seem like he has good tunes. I don't. Christy says GAAM Roots. Hold on, I see a comment message. Oh, Christy making some cool shit. I like that. That piece is emoting a lot of feelings, Christy. I like it. Daniel says, I'll promote anytime. Promotion is something you have. It's not a fun job. It really isn't. The more you promote, the more like of your soul that you lose. At least for me.
We have to do something special for you. Listen, everybody. Let's make it.
Let me get back to these comments though. This isn't a me spiel. Brittany says, Kia, Jen, Brenda, Amanda, Ann, Tia, Molly, Erica, Kat, Dominique, Danny, Judith. Everyone I've forgotten because I'm bad with names. Are all dope-ass women and talented pillars of awesomeness in our community that have been nothing but awesome to me and everyone that I know. It's inspiring to know so many successful, smart, truly badass gals that make me want to better myself, whether it be in craft, kindness, or sheer willpower. Man, that was a pretty good recommendation and uplifting of people comments. Encouraging so many people. Being so respectful. And that's what I'm talking, like all the people she's mentioned. Oh god, Molly. I forgot about Molly. Like Molly's amazing. Hey Jonathan, thanks for following. I appreciate it. Like, these are all great people. People I've enjoyed. Minus probably Dominique. Enjoyed spending time with and being creative with. I don't know how to explain it. If you're not a creative person, and that's not a slight, people, not saying that you don't ever be creative, but some people are creators inherently. They gotta get stuff out of them. That's their way of expression, is by creating things. But some people express things through physicality or doing things. We get their emotions out through, like some people, and this is a different type of creative, through music. Some people like having systems and processes, and that creates stability in their life. And other people are just like creative freaks, and we got to get stuff out. I really enjoy spending time with those type of Dalton says, I feel that way with me and my bro's YouTube channel, right? I'm sure you like love spending time with him making this stuff, and then it's like, oh god, now I gotta post about it. Chrissy, do you need a bucket? Probably. I don't know. I'm lost in the comment, but I'm sure it made sense. Tony says, the promoter Ryan. Adam, I want hot take, patty cake, even carb dipping, cow tipping Ryan. That Ryan's way more fun. Morales, and I want cake and cinnamon rolls. What? I'm Tony saying, bro, they're fucking sick. Morales, I'm just waiting for the sex joke about exploding expression with that music in the background. Sometimes expression doesn't explode out here. Sometimes it just dribbles out for a long time. Taste it. Roy Hansen says, Caroline Price is an amazing woman and the best companion a guy like me could ever ask for. And then Caroline has tears of joy, of love, adoration. It's so pure. Oh god, back to butts? What is with y'all on butts? If we're gonna talk about butts, I'm throwing in Jesse Chovero, Adam Titani, and Adrian Matthew to join Corey Torgerson and Sephiroth on the Choo Choo Caboose. You wonder why there's so many like harassment problems today. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? Props to Daniel Diaz Brock for staying on that hustle and giving us workouts to get pumped for the day. And Darby, Lee, and Tia. Oh god, Darby. Darby's freaking awesome. Are overdue for shout outs. There are some cool cats. Sephiroth. I don't know that my old ass deserves to be on the juicy list, but thank you. Sephiroth says, tell Tammy to get your tighter pants to show off the cheeks of the round table. So many people here. So many people here that I just want to... Ugh. I hate when people say... Vince says, I know it's late, but Blank is a freaking amazing person. Yeah, whatever. A lot of good comments in here. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not good at taking comments. Christy Wilson says, but Dalton Fairbanks says, butts are nice. Butts are nice. All right, who should I'll let y'all. Who should get the game? Who should win? There were a lot of positive comments in here. A lot of great comments in here. Y'all comment and say who do you think should win? Who should win the free game? Amsatonic, flip of the curl for that kindness, Dave Morales, and appreciation for my curry puff. I really want to foster more positivity. I was talking to someone today, and I was kind of remarking to what GAAM Fam was. You know, positivity has been a consistent theme there. But I used to want it to be more of a place where people could actually like discuss, debate, and push things intellectually. And I eventually came to the realization that I don't have the tools for that, or that wasn't the place for it. You know, what people want out of this and what I can provide from this is a place of positivity. Place to be uplifting. Those are the kind of tenets and the pillars that I can build upon within this community. And that's why we kind of changed our stance on having some of those bigger like debates and conversations. Really, they weren't being productive. As much as I wanted them to be, they weren't. So now I'm really trying my best to make sure that we're focusing on this, like on making sure that we're making each other better. We make the world a little bit better. That we're kind of being a support system for each other. That we're appreciating things, having a good time, doing good. Like those are the things that I think that's achievable within this space. That's something that can happen, that we can all take part in. And I want to thank you guys for being a part of that. And for kind of like sticking around. For coming back or giving me criticisms. Like, I appreciate criticism. Y'all telling me when things are going wrong or when things are bad. That helps. So thank y'all. Let's see. Hey, Jamasi, what's up? Jamasi, I need to get with you. I want to do still want to do a b-boy thing. Get a few b-boys and b-girls together and do like a live stream of y'all battling. Just give one, let the chat choose who the winner is and give that person like 50 or 100 bucks. Probably 50 bucks and then 50 to charity or something like that. Christy says count and do a random number generator. Yeah, but then like if like Corey wins, I'm gonna be really upset. Village Dream, everybody should win. I ain't got enough games for everybody, Village Dream. Floyd says randomizer works. Votes for randomizer. Dave Morales says Sephiroth, Brittany, and Mike were my top picks. Oh my god, you can only pick one, Morales. Dominic, so I'm trying to understand why are you mean to me. Where's my positivity? You got positivity too. Positive, you asked for too much. Yeah. Floyd, you're so welcome. Floyd says, remember the swag blade is your friend. Dang. Man, Floyd keeps it real. I like that. Chrissy, I will always tell you what is up or down. And I appreciate that. You got to keep it real. Demasi at Ace Arena? Nah, I'm not gonna do the Ace Arena. We'll find like some other spot to do it at. You know, I've been very upfront with you guys. There are very few scenarios where I'm going to promote people getting together in public spaces right now. That's not where my personal philosophies and beliefs are right now. And if people that I work with are willing to go the distance to try to achieve safety and to and put people over profits, I'll promote it and I'll get behind it. If they're not doing that, they're doing if people that I partner with can't hit the level of safety and security for the people that not only makes me feel comfortable in terms of bringing other people to that spot, but also for me personally, you know, I see my dad, he's over 70, multiple times a week. You know, I take care of him. Maybe my brother do. My brother does way more than I do. Actually, he lives with him. I refuse to put him in any kind of jeopardy whatsoever. So I can't. That ain't gonna be my thing. But we'll find something else. Adam says he's positively truthful, Dom. Arrows fudge. Oh, dang, I like that. Morales says I picked Sephiroth. The randomizer is fair. Christie, protection is important. It is. Like, you know, everybody has their different stances on, and I can respect that. And I definitely respect that for businesses. It is different. I'll say this. And I've said this to other businesses that I've worked with, or that I used to partner with, and I've burned a lot of bridges doing this. I've told people that I have a day job that keeps me employed, that's very secure. I have other ways of, I'm very blessed in terms of having financial stability to the point where it's helped me pay a lot of my mom's bills from her passing. It's helping me take care of my family during these times. But it also kind of affords me a little bit of, it affords me the ability to be ethically and morally responsible. And I realize and appreciate the fact that some businesses aren't necessarily afforded that same luxury. It's easy for me to say put people first, you know, because what have I got to lose? You know, I cannot do GAAM. I could stop everything with GAAM tomorrow, and my life would be okay. I would feel whole. That's what she said. And you know, I would feel a lot of things emotionally wrong, but you know, the financial well-being of my family, I would still be able to help provide for them and do those things. GAAM doesn't affect that at all, because GAAM don't really make no money. But a lot of businesses can't do that because they got their own families to provide for. I appreciate that. I can respect that. But with the position that I have, I then have I have to make a conscious moral decision of what I want to promote. Even though I hate promoting. What I want to. I know. I don't like this. I know the platform that we've achieved over all these years gives us a certain. And with that voice comes a responsibility. And for us to guide people into doing things, to influence them, I consider that a tremendous weight, an honor, and a responsibility. And so, you know, we choose to honor, choose to try to be as responsible as we can with that. That's why, oh, and look, there you go. My dad's calling right now. Make sure it doesn't show his number. Oh crap, someone call my dad. Hold on one second. Hey, Dad? Everything okay? Oh, you're watching the other episode? Okay, I'll catch up. I'll call you after. I'm doing like one of the video streams. It's okay. All right, love you. Bye. Family first. He's okay. We started watching a show on Netflix the other day, so now he tries to call me whenever he's watching it with Sean, so I can keep up with it. Thanks for saying hi to my dad, y'all. But yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with. That's the long answer as to why that's a no from me. That really threw me off. Shit. Dad. That's adorable. He's a good guy. Good guy. I owe him a lot. It's been a very tough time for him too. So try to do what we can. Well, let's pick a winner. I don't want to get caught up in my feelings right now. We gotta pick somebody. Y'all want to do randomizer? Let me go through see how many, what the number is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people, 32 comments, or random. Crap, what number did I say? 18? 14? I don't even remember. 3. $18. Right. 18. Thank y'all. Christy, Morales, Dominique, thank you. Number randomizer. All right, let's start. Minimum 1, max 2, and the winner is no, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. 1 through 18, ready? Place your bets in the comments. What number is it going to be? Number 1 through 18. Amps time. Hopping off to whisper to this brisket. Not at all. For a second, I thought you were saying you were joining Whisper. Still around? Dominique thinks it's gonna be Johnny 5 is alive. Who's Johnny? She said, turn the other way. Good night, Meat Whisperer. I don't even know if we'll get into it. Yeah, I guess we'll get into the Nerd Market origin story after this. People still want to hear it. How it came to be, and I'll tell y'all how to run it if you ever want to do one. Morales is 14. Hey, Charles Cleats. 11. Thank you, Keanu. All right, we're going to run this. Here we go. The winner is number 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Brittany Marie Crawford, you are the winner. A winner is you. And I'm going to pick a second person to win another prize. I'll give away another game. Number 12, 15, 14, 13, 12. Denny Willits. There you go. You're our second winner. Denny Willits, you win a random game on Steam as well. Dominique says, my original pick. Morales says, yay, Brittany Marie Crawford. Because I love me some Brittany Marie Crawford. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you all for being a part of this. I'd say y'all message the page, but I know both of them. But we have conversations already through the page, so I'll message both winners tomorrow and get them their codes. Congratulations to y'all. But again, I want to start doing this more often. I feel like it has to be a discipline and something to keep up consistently to keep our culture and keep our behavior a certain way. It's almost like when you care about somebody, you tell them that you care about them. Stop doing it, you kind of forget to start taking. So you gotta make it a practice. Villa Dream says, "Woo! Congrats, Brittany and Adene." Brittany's winning a copy of Reign of something or other. I don't remember what it's called. Dining Resonance Refrain. Man, I got that completely wrong. Danny, I don't know what game I'm going to give you. I'm just going to look for something. Make sure it's something good. Let me see if I can find some pictures for y'all. Look at the photo folders. Look at Mark. Mark always. Random GAAM. Nerd Market. Here's 2018 Nerd Market. Got some stuff from Francis. Okay, yeah, this will work. So here's one of Caroline. TV Serenade. Dominic, Naomi is currently playing Unravel 2. Why doesn't she unravel from where she's sitting and get a job? Tell Naomi that. Gotta start early. Alright, let's talk about the GAAM Nerd Market. I'll tell y'all how it came to be. And then how to do one. Dalton says, "Wow, Ryan. Yo, I had to work when I was a kid. Get with it. Tough economy out there. Collect that check." So, parts of this will be repeat that maybe you've heard before. It is no surprise to many of you who've been to like the GAAM show and whatnot. I don't like having vendors at the GAAM show. I don't like Dominic. He is mean to me and my family. Ooh, thank you, Christy. Hold on, I'll check this out more after the. You're awesome. So yeah, I don't like selling shit at GAAM show. Plain simple. It was GAAM show. Structure wise, it's meant to be more of like an art show / festival party whatnot. Oh, you're still. All right, you got my message, Christy. Every time I do this, it's like I'm touching her butt. I should probably change to a different picture. Here we go. Put Jessica Cohn up there. The Art Studios. She's a hard worker. Hustling and working her ass off. Oh wait, hold on. Let's do this. We got my boy Purple, Mr. Mambe, the Mambalorian. And we got some critical fit up there. So that's a double whammy. No, okay, so here's the thing, Christy. I'm more than okay. I want to sell art at the GAAM show, but I don't want an artist alley at the GAAM show. And again, many of you know this. My philosophy for that was, I think in general, artist alleys They're good things, but it diminishes the value of the artwork. And I was coming into GAAM more so as an artist and designer. Like, I love video games. I did games for my life. But I wasn't a part of the gaming scene. I wasn't a part of like I'd never been to a convention before that was like a gaming or nerd convention. I'd been to trade shows and things like that. And as an artist, I didn't really like artist alleys. Like, you know, whenever you sell art as an an artist alley, you're bringing the value of your work down to sell more quantity. And I wasn't having that. I didn't want to be a part of that. So that's why GAAM doesn't have an artist alley. The only exception we made was Ed, because Ed was one of the founding artists. Me and Ed go back to like college days, so I'm like, yeah, you know what, you can sell your stuff. But outside of that, no artist alley at GAAM show. But also, and this took years to get to the point where I finally had a solution to this. I didn't like other people selling stuff that much. I wanted to, when you got to GAAM, you weren't really having to buy that much stuff. You should be getting stuff and just having a good time. Like, that was the experience that I enjoyed so much. At E3, at other like trade show events, I liked going around and getting my free stuff. And so that takes a lot of work and coordination and planning to get that to happen. Where there's freebies to get stuff. And to be honest, I've spent a lot of money on free stuff just to be given away a lot of time. Like, that's why I get the first GAAM show, we gave away so much crap. Like, we gave away copies of like giant collector's editions of like, I remember Ninja Gaiden, and we gave away a lot of stuff. Even at the first GAAM show, I think the first 2 years, we gave away. That's when we still had like food was being given away for free. That's how, you know, we started the whole like, you know, free drinks. Like the first was just free beer the whole night. Then it became, hey, free beer for a few hours, because then it just got out of control. One night I paid the bill for. It was a mistake on the bartender's end. They thought I was paying for all the liquor. So all the free drinks that were like whatever the free drink special was, kept going. And I got like a fat bill for the liquor that night. That was fun. Christy, nothing is free. Yeah, nothing's free. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're still paying to go to the event. But I didn't want it to be something where you paid to go in, and to enjoy the event, you then still had to spend an additional $100, $200 on stuff. And over the years and through trial and error, because again, I wasn't really an event person before this. We slowly built up more ways to have people who actually would benefit from being at the show. Exhibitors versus vendors. And that's why Nintendo was always a part of GAAM. Because at least there was enough traction with GAAM and enough of an audience, enough positivity going with the affiliation to where there was a benefit to Nintendo being there, and it made sense for them to give stuff away. The same way how they do it like Target or Best Buy or whatnot. They were getting a lot for being within this community. That worked out for everybody. There was something that was appealing at the show. There was something that was great for the attendees, and it worked out for Nintendo. So it has to be a beneficial relationship to everybody involved. So that was kind of like, that was my philosophy, and that was what I strived to. That was the goal that I was moving toward. I wouldn't be able to achieve that within the first move, but after multiple moves, finally I could get there. So over time, we were able to eliminate more and more vendors. Don't get me wrong, I always still made exceptions here and there. You know, some of it was just people that I've come to know over the years, and I wanted to help them out, help out, you know, small businesses and whatnot. But at least the ones that were keeping on, I felt like not that I just only had a personal relationship with them, but also that they benefit, that they are parts of the community that live. Like Video Game Rescue. I'm always going to work with Dustin and I, we've been through a lot of wars together now, like in terms of trying to keep this community active and alive and positive and thriving. And so anytime I have an opportunity where I feel like I can help lift him, he does the same with us. You know, I want to be able to do that. But overall, trying to cut out as many vendors from GAAM as possible. But with that being said, it sucks because a lot of our community are small business owners. They're entrepreneurs. So it's always like, how do I achieve both goals? How do we actually create an event that the community would typically associate with having an artist alley or a vendor hall or whatnot, and not have those things, and still support the people of the community that would typically be a part of those things. So I think that's important. Again, when we started this stream tonight, we talked about economies, and you need economies to keep these communities and neighborhoods running. So that's why I feel like it's very important to support small businesses and entrepreneurship and all that. So eventually it was like, well, can we do just that part? You know, the part that we've never liked having, never wanted at GAAM, the artist alley, and that exists on its own. And the vendor portion of that exists on its own. And took a while to get there. I'm like, okay, maybe we can do this where we just have those pieces live on its own. And then the next thing was like, are you doing like a mini con at this point? I'm like, no, we're not doing a mini con because we're not doing any of the other things. Like, this is just that. This is just coming in to buy stuff. This is for the people who want to buy things. They could come in. This is curated. I want to make sure, again, just for showing up, you should be able to get different specials or incentives or free things or whatever. There's an experience element to this, but also the primary objective is for you to be able to buy the things that you typically have a hard time finding, or that you normally go to a bigger event to get. Fairbanks, GAAM is not a con. That's right, GAAM is not a con. And there's only two A's. Morales, wait, are you telling me that GAAM is not a con? It's not. So then it was like, well, how do you communicate that? And outside of like the nerd scene, you know, we have markets. There are lots of markets. There are traveling markets. And you see it a lot in like I would say like Portland and San Francisco, and you know, even like here in Jacksonville, we would have a traveling market that would pass through the glass factory. This is stuff that happens outside of the little niches of the nerd community here. Like, oh, they're called markets, and they just have vendors show up, and it's like, oh yeah. And then I was talking to people like, oh, kind of like the Riverside Arts Market, and they were like, oh yeah. Like, okay, that's kind of cool. I was like, so this would be just a focus on that, like just the purchasing. And Dalton says, I'm having war flashbacks now. Then the conversation, this is like all the pre-planning, like before there was a GAAM Nerd Market. It was like, well, will our community understand that? Will they understand if we call this a market? Because at the time, none of the nerd stuff was called markets. Every nerd thing where like you showed up to like buy like art stuff and trinkets and things that were made by people and whatnot, they were always called mini cons. It's always like, yeah, there's gonna be artists, and there's gonna be people selling things, and there's gonna be cosplay, and there's gonna, like, it was a mini con. It was all the elements from a con stripped down to something that exists within just like, you know, the span of like a few hours or just a little while, lower price of entry, but it was always called like a mini con or something derivative of that. Never called a market. And so once I kept seeing markets in other cultures, in other communities, I was like, no, I want to bring that into our community. I want our community to start associating this type of activity with economy, with actually purchasing and buying things, not having an expectation of having all the. Because once you call it something else, once you have the word con in it, there's a certain expectation for things that are going to go with it. And if we're not going to have those things, it's misrepresentation. So we're going to go in there and kind of take the hit and be the entity to kind of educate our community about of what this thing is going to be. And Dalton says, like, yeah, Mandarin Minicon. Mandarin Minicon's a perfect example. But look, when you go to Mandarin Minicon, there's still that kind of like still expect there to be cosplay. There's going to be some like performance stuff, you know. I guess the big thing is you almost expect cosplay. You expect cosplay anytime there's like on. Cosplay is going to be associated with that. You don't expect speakers or panels. You definitely expect cosplay. I don't know. What are y'all? What are your expectations when you hear Minicon? What do you guys expect to see or experience with that? But yeah, so it's like, all right, we're going the route of a market. We're going the route of being more like Riverside Arts Market or the other markets that travel through, and you know, maybe we'll provide a little bit of music. We'll still have gaming because that's part of GAAM. There'll be food and stuff to buy, but that's kind of like it. And hopefully, it won't be an all-day experience. You go in, you get your stuff, you might get your food, and then you leave. You should be in and out of this thing between 30 minutes to an hour. At the most, at the most. Dave Morales, you could say there's a certain connotation with con. Dalton says, I'm sad I didn't go to the first nerd market. You're okay. Came out alright. Dalton says, I mean what you said better much. Christy says, I think of them as small market entertainment, like an art walk kind of thing. There you go, like an art walk. David Villa Dream says, a lot of cool stuff to buy that I shouldn't spend money on, but I do anyways. Yeah, so there's certain expectations. So we went into doing the nerd market saying, and it was weird because we actually had people, there were a few people upset at first that were like, hey, why don't you guys have this, this, and this? And I remember people who said, hey, well, no, what if I want to stay there for 4 or 5 hours? I'm like, well, you shouldn't. And they're like, well, that's messed up. I'm like, yeah, well, that's not what it's meant to be. Like I'm telling you right now, you're expecting this, but this is what we're making. So if it's not a fit, maybe, you know, I'm not gonna, if you want to still spend your money, spend it, but it's going to be a waste because you're not going to get what you want. I'll still take what you're saying into consideration for other things that we do, but this is not that. Like, hey, we're making a convertible car, and you're like, yeah, but I really want to be able to haul stuff. It's like, yeah, well, it doesn't haul stuff. It's a convertible car. Can't you put like a bay in the back? Well, I could, but then it'd be a truck. It's not a truck. It's a convertible car. So if you want, we sell trucks over there. You can buy one of those, but please don't buy this convertible car trying to haul lumber. It's not a good idea. Dave Morales says, but in all seriousness, phrasing is so key. Market means just that, a market. Your main purpose is to buy stuff. And I think the community has done a great job of understanding that. But again, these pictures are from 2018 when we didn't have markets in our community. We had vendor alleys, we had artist alleys that were always associated with an actual convention. And so saying that, hey, we're doing a market, this is what one of the things I want people to consider is that anytime, this part is key to your success in doing things that are new or different. Whenever you want to do something that's new or different, you have to assume that there's going to be a problem with adoption, and there's an issue of education of what it is that you're doing. And you're gonna take a hit on that. And that's okay. Just be prepared for it. Be ready to weather that storm. If you want to go through all that trouble, still go through it. But be aware that's part of the scenario. Now jump on to something that's already pre-existing is much easier because the work's already been done. It's already an understanding. Something new? Good luck. Even y'all in the fucking chat still saying GAAM is not a con. See how difficult that is? Dalton. God damn it, Dalton. God dang it. I mean, there's a car truck. It's called a El Camino. Had to go there, Dalton. God dang it! Yeah. Kiki, we love Kiki. They're awesome. Kiki's one of the wonderful people that we've worked with. But yeah, so in doing this, so if you're doing a market, there's different ways of doing it. One way is to partner with an establishment that will give you free access to the space. You're good, Dalton. You're good. And many times it's typically done as a partnership. Like talk to a business that has the space or willing to open up their doors and make it like a true partnership venture or venue. And at that point, you charge your vendors like a decent fee. And hey, hopefully everybody makes money. In doing so though, if you're taking money from the vendors, you should be spending quite a bit of it in terms of advertising and promoting the event or making the event special. It's now your job to make sure that this is something I take very personally. You put on any event like this, it is now your responsibility to do everything you possibly can to make sure these people are going to make money. You know, like they're putting their money in your hands, trusting you to provide them with an opportunity. So you have a responsibility to them, and you also have a responsibility to the people that are coming in and making sure that the stuff that's being sold is actually of value. Everything isn't going to be like the greatest thing in the world, but you have a responsibility to then like make sure that when the wrong people are approaching you to purchase a space, that you say no. You need to turn down that money. Because each bad person you bring along into this kind of partnership or whatnot, it sours it for everybody else. It makes it more difficult for everybody else. When you do it the next time, it carries over with. Charles Collette says, I would like money, please, and thank you. I think when we did the Nerd Market, I know I did a ton of work just in terms of photoshopping stuff. I was doing live streams left and right, trying to talk about each person that was going to be involved, doing email blasts about like individual products, or not individual products, individual businesses. Trying to create other incentives. Like I was having personal messages to people like, hey, what kind of deal can you make for people showing up that day? And they're like, oh, well, I can do like $5 off this and that. And we would have actual business conversations. Like, well, no, don't do $5 off. Do $5 off if people are going to spend $30. Because you have to make sure that you make money off of doing this. You just give $5 off. People will buy stuff. If someone buys something for $6 and it costs you $3 to make and have it out there, and they take $5 off, you're in the negative. That's not good for you. That's not good for me. You won't be able to keep doing this. Those are the real conversations you need to have to be able to do this. And again, if you're doing it, you're partnering with a company or entity, a business that owns the space and willing to open up the doors for everybody. Like a lot of times restaurants will do this. It's good because they've got something else to sell. So bringing in the foot traffic, that is what's beneficial to them. Hell, even back to what I was saying, responsibility to everybody. This is where we leverage other partnerships. Like if you look at this photo in the background, look at that can of Monster right there. So we have a relationship with Monster. We have a relationship with Red Bull. And we reached out to Monster and said, hey, can we have you be a part of this event? So in partnering with Monster, we were able to give the actual small businesses involved like something to drink One would cost them a little bit of money, but you know, after working all your ass off all these hours, you want that extra energy. Like, all right, everyone gets free monster, and then we're gonna give additional monster like the VIP bags and this and that. That's where you kind of leverage your business relationships to benefit everybody. Then you've got the other customers who are coming in who want to buy tickets to go to the thing, saying, okay, I know I'm going to get these kind of discounts. I'm going to get these free things. Here are the things that's part of the package of me showing up for this market. Again, this also depends on the scale of your market. So that's where you kind of that's how you work those relationship processes. We chose to go a slightly different direction instead of partnering with another business to actually be housed in. And well, yeah, I guess we went a different direction. So we had a relationship with a loft. I wanted to do events with the loft. I really like their space, and again, I thought it was something different that I wanted to expose our community to. I thought that there was a cultural benefit to us being in that space because it expanded what our community perceived to be normal and achievable. I think the typical thought process of, hey, there's going to be a nerd mini-con, a nerd event, whatever. It's going to be a partnership with bar or a restaurant or something. These are the kind of spaces that we live in. I want to say, no, nerds don't just live in these spaces. We can be anywhere. And I want to open things up culturally. We can be in this, here's this hotel that doesn't look like it's from Jacksonville. It looks more like a Miami style type place. And we're going to inhabit it and take it over. That's why we did multiple events with them that, you know, like actually in terms of Love Night and whatnot. And then that built enough relationship and trust because going into it, they didn't want to work with us. They already had bad experiences in the past working with other people in the nerd community. And this is the responsibility that we all kind of bear, is that when you go in and do something in these kind of partnerships, you kind of leave a trail behind you. Christy, I agree with you. I agree with you. The loft space, it didn't. So here's a fun fact. So after the last, I want to say, the last Love Night, it was very evident that the space does not work for the number of people that we were bringing in. We were in talks, and we were scheduled to start moving the bigger events, kind of a lot the bigger, the mid-sized GAAM events. I would say like Love Night and whatnot, those were going to move away from the loft and they were going to move to the Sheraton. And again, this is a part of like working those different business relationships, and achieving that kind of trust. You know, they felt like, hey, we were good partners, we were responsible partners. The people from a loft, and every venue we've worked with has said this. Same with Schulzbacher, or the Schultz Center. I'm mixing things up now. They said they were so surprised. All the workers were impressed with the team actually cleaning up and helping to clean up and place things and put things back afterward. Usually it's just kind of left to them to do it. And, you know, the team would stay back and help organize things, take out trash, actually clean, wash things down. Like that's the kind of people that we are. And that built up a lot of credibility for us. It's the same thing with the Schultz Center. Other events in our category were able to happen after us because of how we behave and conducted ourselves, and the kind of business that we had with them. So after this event, just to kind of elaborate on that further. The first time we had the Nerd Market here, and even the first time I think we did Love Night there, we had to pay additionally to have the bar open. Or to have the additional bar open. I think one time we had to pay just for the bar, and another time for the additional bar. Because they weren't sure that they were going to make money. They were going to pay to have somebody come in and work during that time. and they keep the money from the bar as it is. So I think I spent like an additional like 1,500 or $2,000 to have the bar open. I want to say that was for, I'm not positive, I want to say that was for the Nerd Market because it was on a Sunday. They typically didn't have a bar open on. But as it progressed and we were able to actually make them, they made a shit ton of money. On top of me paying for it, they made money at their bar. It finally got to the point where they waived that fee. Like, okay, yeah, we're not going to charge y'all for it. Well, we went in saying, hey, after we do this and we show you that this community will support your business, I don't want to pay for this anymore. If I still have to pay for it, I'm not going to do it here. It got to the point where like, no, we're going to waive the price because we know what this community does and it's good business. That also made it possible so we could then go over to the Sheraton. The Sheraton had a much bigger space. We were actually lined up to do an event there. I think we're going to have Retro GAAM night there. It was a little bit after COVID started. We were already booked. We were signing like the contracts and everything for it. But then obviously COVID did happen and it wasn't going away, so we had to cancel doing that. I think we canceled 7 or 8 events last year. And that was in February. That was we even got through half the year in terms of booking stuff. In addition to the actual GAAM show and gladiators and all the other stuff like that. Daniel said it was a pretty cool space. I had fun at the event. It's a very cool space. And I had fun too, but Christy's right. Like the number of people that we were bringing in, and you could see if you look back at how the layout of it changed from the first Love Night there to the second one. We were trying to experiment with different things in terms of traffic flow, in terms of like where to keep people. Then okay, we know that you're going to stay in this space for X amount of time, so we can like have more people congregate to this area. We kept on trying to switch it up, but it just wasn't working, in my opinion. I think it was still fun, and you still had fun in pockets, but when you were cramped in there, you were freaking cramped. It was funny. They wanted to have the actual GAAM show at a loft, and I was like, it can't happen. Like, well, no, what if we opened it up so people could be in the pool area and in here? I'm like, it can't. I was like, it will not work. I was like, this event here that we're doing is only maybe 300 people. I was like, GAAM show, you're at this point probably would have been close to like 12 or 1,300. Nah, like, we'll have the fire department here. People are gonna be miserable. We can't do that. Christy says even the picture you have up now is crowded, right? And that was just for the Nerd Market. So, but that's where you kind of learn, change things around. It's like, okay, we have this relationship now. It's a great space. So now we have to figure out what scale of event works in this space. And bear in mind, I still have to pay for this space. So I have to say, okay, how many people need to attend and what price point makes this affordable? And we were starting to move in the direction of either having kind of like some of the tournament meetups there. We can have that big room or divide it up. Or starting to do some like training, like educational things, like those kind of meetups. We're talking about doing that there. Morales says, gotta hop out, love the stream. This is good for the fam. Thank you, Morales. Thank you for being a part of the community and the scene. I know I talk a lot of trash about you, but it's all true. But there we go. There's Sakura Youngblood, Cherry Blossom. Extremely talented. Clara, Destiny, and the Pitbull, Erica. Hello, I am Erica, and I'm looking at the pictures. This is what I sound like. I really gotta learn a French accent. Good night, David Morales. I am Miss Worldwide. Look at there. getting the product placement shots. So it helps pay the bills. But yeah, so you can either go the free route, or you can go the route of actually paying for it. And so now in paying it, I've talked a little bit about the responsibilities that you have. Oh, look, here we go. We got the queen right here. Look, there's Kia. Look at that. Everyone give love to Kia. Hey, look, here's a crew right here. Right after Morales leaves. Morales, that's actually good enough to take her off. Christy says swoon. One punch a man. So lots of good people there. But yeah, so if you want to do a market, bear in mind you have a responsibility to the vendors, to the attendees, to the business that you're partnering with, and the person who's coming up behind you. Always think about who's next. You know, it's always great when someone else is ready to kick down the door for you, but it's a bitch when someone actually builds the door up and locks your ass out. And poor behavior, not coming through, makes it more difficult for everybody else. So keep that responsibility in mind as you go through these things. And I'll say these are the people right here that make it's your volunteers and it's your community that makes something like this a success more than anybody. You're just kind of putting some things together. The people are the heart of it. Here we go. For these, of course, friends, let's flip it over. Brittany and Dad. Chris Bickett family. Oh wait, we got T Freeland. Oh snap. But yeah, the money thing. Depending on what you want, it's going to cost money. So if you go with the route where you want control of the space, you want to be able to craft and weave something on your own, it's going to cost money. And you need to budget that out in advance. And then figure out, hey, okay, how many people do I need to attend? And or how much do I need to charge the vendors to do this? Your time is valuable. You are doing work. The charging is realistic. But again, it's like, okay, if you're not paying for the venue, the amount of money you're charging you to drop. If it's just like Mandarin Minicon. Mandarin Minicon, don't get me wrong, it takes a lot of work to set up. Got a lot of planning and what. But the venue fees and all that stuff, that's gone. That's an expense that doesn't exist. As a vendor, you should be paying less. But if it generates a lot of money for you, then there's more value to it. As the creator, the producer, promoter, whatever, you gotta balance those things out. Sometimes people do like straight up a vendor fee. You know, I've like experimented with having vendor fees like a flat rate. I've experimented with having like a percentage based like profits. A lot of food trucks do it like that, like food truck rallies and whatnot. Yes, I've never charged a food truck for being at GAAM. We don't do that. I consider the food trucks our partners. I don't take a food truck fee for having food trucks at GAAM. nor do I take a cut of anything they make. That's their money. I think it's a blessing to even have them there, and I want to make sure that people are happy with it. I will, however, ask typically for the food trucks to be a part. Like if there's VIP or something like that, I'm like, hey, we're gonna make money, so can you do like a cut of, you make us X amount of food that we can give out to people. I'd rather negotiate that, so I'm not taking like money out of their pockets, because they're paying less for the food than giving me direct cash. This way it works out for everybody. More people will get the samples and they want to buy more food. Everybody wins. Dominic says, night night, going to watch Harlem Nights. I'm watching something from Black Cinema every day this month. Good for you. I hope you watch I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. White Chicks is good as well. But yeah, that's what I got. If y'all have any questions about running a market, leave them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer what I can. That's kind of how the GAAM Nerd Market came to be. People wanted to have one last year, but I was COVID and everything, taking that chance. I understand that people need to make money and whatnot, but I don't want that responsibility. Again, I'm afforded the ability to be ethical. There's Darby and Darby's Dungeon. Y'all go check out Darby's Dungeon. Buy something, pick it up, take it home. The Last Dragon's good, sure enough. Look at some of Mark's people. Mark Pariani's a fantastic photographer. Here's me at the Nerd Market. Look, there's hidden costs right there. See like that giant snowman in the background? Giant teddy bear. Custom tote bags. That's my real hair. I gotta bring the wigs back. There's a garbage human being. Ugh, short box. Ed. Kiki and Hannah. Daniel, that snowman OP. Still have that snowman. I bought so many giant inflatables and whatnot. Some of that stuff was from the Sex Dungeon toy drive. People enjoying some food. Clara and John and Corey. Blah. Talking with Beadsmith. There you go. We tried out having a stage. I had to pay extra for that. Want a stage at your event? You're gonna pay extra for it. Daniel Zotti, Freaky Five Nights at Freddy's. Years and years ago, we had a toy drive at a Sex Dungeon. Okay. It was actually a lot of fun. It was a secret event, and we didn't give out the location until like a few hours before. It was hidden away in Jacksonville. We redecorated the whole place to be like a Christmas Winter Wonderland type. Some of the toys that we collected, donate to the kids. That's very important to me that we do something good and positive with it. Daniel, joking or real? I'm being for real. So from Random Fandom Gifts, see them at Riverside Arts Market, or you can check out their website to buy stuff. Garbage. Cat. Let me see. I'll see if I can find a picture from it. Let's see, when did we do the? God, when was that? Toy Drive. That was. I think Lee might have some pictures of. Love Night, Space Show, Anime, Secret Toyland Party. Yeah, here we go. This is from the sex dungeon. You can't really see it that well, but we were playing games on the side of the hangar wall. Decorated all the place with like Christmas lights and whatnot. Breakdancing. One of the few pics you'll find of that. Brittany, you won the game, so you can either keep it or give it away to somebody else. I'll get you the code for it. These are shot by Hello, it's Lee, my daughter. Yeah, see, there's look, there's the giant teddy bear. We had to string all those lights. We bought a whole bunch of like laser light show stuff, fog machines, Legio. There you go. Found Waldo. So again, these were hidden costs. Like, we want to make sure these events, this was like an awesome event for the people there. Look at the glow stick thing that she's holding. We bought hundreds of those. Look at all the lasers that are being cost out. We paid for and bought all of those. Tether King is Pee Wee Herman. Autumn Falls. Ginger Fever 89. Look, there's lights at the bottom. There's lights in the background. There's lasers being shot off. I don't know if Brittany was here. Brittany's. That was like the one event I missed and I'm so sad about it. It was pretty fun. It was a fun event. That's where the giant Dragon Zord came from. Like, I paid to have this Dragon Zord made just for this event. Alex did a great job building it, but it was built just for this. I was like, what does a Christmas toy drive party at a sex dungeon need? We need a Dragon Zord. Can we build one? We were doing so much like 80s and 90s like toy themed stuff for the event itself. Look, so this is one of the things that was left over from the BDSM part. It was like one of those, I forget what they're called. Like a sex cross thing. And so we decorated it with lights and everything. A lot of people didn't know. But yeah, you can see like all the 80s stuff that ended up. So this event eventually became Retro GAAM Night. I'm trying to think if anybody else the team was there for that. And then Corey was there. Maybe Corey has pictures of this. I'll have to ask him. I'm not seeing it. Gladiators, Holiday Nerd Market, Mosh. Hey, what's up, Judith? Here's when we built the thing for Mosh. That's a story for another day, though. Trying to find. I don't know where the rest of this thing. Charles, still never been to a GAAM event. One day. Dang, never been to a GAAM event, Charles? There's a bunch of different ones, and I feel bad for the people who only showed up. Like their first GAAM experience was the last one was Love Night, because like I hated that. Like that, the last Love Night for me did not rub me the right way, and it inspired a lot of changes the way that I like it run. So like for them, that's what GAAM is, and like they had a good time, but I was like, shouldn't be there. Like the main show here, I can show you pictures that's nobody's seen. So normally I don't show photos of one show, of the last show, until the next show. Find a good one. Brittany says Space GAAM picture. I got tons of Space GAAM. Nobody has seen. This is what the art auction looks like. Art auction gets crazy packed. Get some pictures of the art gallery itself. Lots of art at GAAM. The core pieces of art gallery. But here's Brit. Oh wait, no, that's not Brit. That's definitely Brittany. Oh, she's in here. So we built up a stage. There's the giant PlayStation stage. Different types of art, like cosplay, photography, art, traditional, digital. There's like the juried stuff. Actually, I was hoping to buy an additional wall for next year, or for last year, but that didn't happen. Thanks, COVID. Here's when nobody's in it. This is like when it's just set up. But no, this is why we don't have an artist alley at GAAM, because I want this work that's on the walls to have value. I want the artists to be the time that they've spent perfecting, getting better at their craft. So when you can get, here's the art piece, we're auctioning it for $100, $400, whatever, but it's like, oh, I can get a print from them for $5. I'm gonna haggle with them. I feel like it's a disservice to them. Now, when there's a space exclusively for, hey, this is where you're gonna get a deal, the market, I feel like that's a very different experience and expectation. That's why they're separated. So we don't have, the only thing that we probably have for like sale, I'll say a GAAM show regarding art, is we started doing things where people who participate in the grade art contest, Because a lot of the art in GAAM is invitational. Like you can just say, I want my art in GAAM. Oh no, you gotta. It's an invitational. But if you do the juried side, your stuff goes up, and we started making it to where if you like something that's from the juried side, you can just buy it for a flat rate of $10, and we donate that $10 to whatever charity the artist selected or. You'll see a lot of artists that probably recognize. And it's funny, a lot of the artists that we see that go into the juried side end up becoming invited later on. Let's look at the Metroid. Brittany's still here. So Gem Peak helped make this. We had a room dedicated to Metroid. Like the actual game was running. Josh and Kat made these like Metroid tubes, Gen Peak, and Brittany helped make like Mother Brain, this giant Metroid over here. We did these like giant pixel cutouts from bit stuff. This is our first time doing this. This is our first time working in this space, so this is an experiment for us. So many things I want to change and do better next time. Then we didn't end up getting to go back. One day. Brittany says, I'm still here. Judith says, I bought my favorite painting from the auction. Aww. Judith is a huge. Which piece did you buy, Judith? There's Gen Peak. Here's a close-up of the Metroid that she made. I still have this. Awesome. Charles says, super cool. I'm sad events aren't happening. Yeah, but you know what? When the time comes, we'll be ready. There's a lot of creative juices flowing. There's a lot. The more time that goes by, the more you want to get stuff out of your system. Here's another form of art. Cami from Cami's Creating. They made this cool rocket raccoon. Go with the theme. Then we just had this kind of stuff just randomly in the hallways. This was actually a really happy accident that Heather Chisholm kind of stumbled on. We were like, oh man, these hallways look kind of barren. And then Heather's like, well, you have all these cutouts. Can we put them on? I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Charles says, plus side, I am drawing up a storm recently, right? Here's the beautiful mural that Brittany directed. That a lot of artists work. I think Judith, Brittany, Gem Peak, Chappy Lips, Erica, pretty much the whole team. Frankie helped work on this. All these different pieces from different like science fiction space games. And the mural was too big for the wall that we initially wanted to put it in. So we had to move it over. And little things like this that we made like in different crafting sessions. Giant Nintendo controllers. We had these made. Kyle, I think his roommate. I mean, by help, I mean these are actually working controllers. You could use to control this Nintendo game. Like this was definitely our biggest show by far. When the time comes that we go back to this, I feel confident in making this the art component much more of a focus. I really want to make it more art focused. Look, see, here's where we start getting exhibitors. Hey, you're a GAAM show and you want to get a massage? There you go, get a massage. You have to pay for it? Nope. You want a tip? Go ahead and tip. The most important part of GAAM, drinking. Playing damn video games. That's not, we put so much money. Thank you to Papa Riggs for hooking up. Who brought in like a few machines and whatnot. I've bought so many monitors and systems. Like the team usually ends up bringing all of their stuff. It's expensive. Dude, the Viper from Street Fighter. Oh man, yeah, the one that Brittany made. Yeah, that was a dope piece. I like that piece a lot. Brittany says bar, bar, bar. Brittany says, "Oh, I'm so glad I went to a good home." Judith is Viper. 100. 100. Again, GAAM picture, guess what? There's people drinking in it. Let's see, what else can I find here? There's the actual stage. With our giant Nintendo stage and then Hydro. I don't know if Hydro's open for business anymore. I think he retired. I don't know if he'll come back for us or not. He said he would, but that was like 2 years ago. Judith says, me too. I love it. Hey, Logan, what's up? Logan is our cameraman for GAAM. Maybe y'all don't know that. Do the live streams during GAAM. It's Logan with the camera giving you an aerial shot. Logan, I gotta check out that podcast. I saw you post something. I'm gonna go listen to it tomorrow. You're giving some kind of breakdown on superheroes or something? Trying to find some more. Here's when it gets crazy packed for the dance floor. What's up, Lee? Oh, my daughter's here? Oh, well, you know what that means. Gotta find something embarrassing. There we go. Here's a picture of Lee sitting on the ground. Taking pictures. Judith, I was dressed as Viper that night as well. It was fate. We need to have a Street Fighter tournament and have Judith play as Viper. Amanda says, you still alive, bro? I've been baking all night. Baking that weed. Here you go. Here's what the dance floor looks like at GAAM. This was an experiment too. This was our first time. Again, this was our first time in this venue. And we were so lucky to have been at the museum so long because I think the museum probably has one of the best dance floor areas in Jacksonville by far. Have that little floating waterfall room and having it sunken within to create like this amazing energy and whatnot. So we tried our best to try to have that energy come over into a bigger space, which is really scary. Like it's very difficult to create that kind of energy in a different kind of space, but I think it happened. Amanda, King Cake. I don't know who that is, but I'll pretend. Pretty sure it's weed related. Yeah. See, what can we do? Let's see, Star Fox room. That was awesome. Who made this? I don't remember it. Alex, I think Alex made that too. Hey, it's Ann. You can follow Ann at Miss Valentine 2552 on Twitch. There's the Star Fox room. Again, I'm really proud of what the team accomplished with this. Like, it was our first time doing this. It was the first time letting go of a lot and having people kind of have ownerships over making these kind of like rooms. And I think it was a great first go. And now that we kind of understand the effort involved in doing one of these, there's so much more we would have done last year. So much more. But hey, at least now we know when the time is right. We can cast. Lee says, and Brittany says, Sal. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think Alex made all this stuff. Sorry, I think he made the face and the ship. Then I think Kyle 3 printed out the Star Fox ships. What the hell is this thing? I didn't even know that was there. Get some ships for my Gradius and what. I don't know who made that. Brittany, he made the R-Wing and the Andros. Dave Dream, you all always do an amazing job. Yeah, everybody just did great. Kyle 3D printed that. Kyle really came through. He did so much stuff. Like, he took on a lot, and everything he accomplished, everything he did was with a lot of polish. Right here. What else we got here? I don't want to show y'all too much, but these pictures have never been out in the public. Show you an in progress photo. There's Jen Peak working on the mural. Brittany says all the hanging ships were Kyle as well. Anything on this? Oh, okay, yeah. So Kyle did a shit ton, and he really did it, you know, without hardly any direction. Like, he did it, figured it out. He was having. Amanda, he took off on his 3D printing that year. Yeah, he did. And Jen Peak opened her house to everybody because this show was being done. We used to have a headquarters in an old venue. We lost the venue. We lost our headquarters, and Jen pretty much opened her house for people to work. Oh, look, here's a picture. Like, she even converted, put up like tents and whatnot. We could work on stuff. And this scam seemed like a lifetime ago. It really, I mean, it was. This was like almost 2019. Molly, even with her crutches, over there painting. There's Britt, looks like she's smoking with Jen. I got pictures for days y'all don't even know about. They're working on the Metroid. Yeah, this is what I was saying at the beginning. When GAAM started, one of the pillars of it was to be this kind of collaborative, Warhol-esque art collective. You know? And I really feel like it became that for a good bit. I feel like it finally really hit its stride. It sucks because right after we hit our stride, that's when COVID hit. So like, oh well. Hey, look at this. That's freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. And when I see people doing stuff like this, I don't feel so bad about having to be the promoter for the business. I really enjoy seeing what everybody's making. Look at all these creative people who I call family. Look at what they've done, what they can do when given opportunity. Awesome work from everybody. And they give me so much trust. Like, Kiki's like, yeah, I'll do the shoot. All right, I want you to be Thanos. What? I just see you as Thanos. I know you can make it happen. You'll make it work. They took it on and made it freaking awesome. Alyssa, Stark Samus, and it's Cortana. I like that one was a stretch. Jen and Power Suit Man. You only live once. The last show really gave the team a platform to shine on. Yeah, it really did. And this guy. Wowzers. God, how drunk am I? Nobody knows. B-boys and the dancers. Again, another risk. Boys, take a risk when you're first. Great job. Brittany says, I enjoyed Space Scam the most out of any I've helped. I feel like you have your fingerprints all over that one, Brittany. Like you really got a chance to push and express yourself creatively, and not just from a creative perspective, but you being in charge and directing from like the art perspective, like for the murals and whatnot. I think that was a great experience in terms of your growth and showcasing that you're not just an artist, you have bigger visions and help other people achieve those visions if given the offer. Judith says the talent, skill, and dedication that everyone put in was really was. Like I would love hopefully GAAMSTONK will take off and we'll have a bunch of money, then we can do more art stuff and not give a fuck about anything else and just make it. Just make stuff. Not worry about all the other things that go along with it. Like how much it all costs. Because it's expensive to rent out a venue this big for a couple of days. I'll tell you what. They were a great partner. But yeah, that's all I got tonight, guys. Try to hit the gym for a little bit. I hope this was informative. That you, for those of you wondering the origin of the nerd market, now know. For those of you who want to do a market, hey, you got some tips and some direction. Yeah. That's it. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I gotta spend some time with my dad. Crap, I need to call my dad back first. That's what I need to do first. Alright. Do that. You guys have a good night. Be original. Do good. And Juice says, I don't ever want to see that bill. No, you don't. You don't. That's why I need you at the front line, Judith, and helping to sell merch so we can pay those bills. Keep doing stuff like this. Brittany says good night. You can follow Brittany at Fluffy Butt Arts everywhere, or People Every Day. Follow Ann, Miss Valentine 2. Judith, you can follow her Angel Baby Love, although I'll say it's Angel Baby Love 69. Not Thomas T. Freeland. T. Freeland. Charles, no worries. Anytime I can share, more than happy. Y'all are good people. You're a great community. Everyone go the fuck to sleep. Bye bye. Sorry, not follow Brittany at Fluffy Butt. Good night, y'all. Hours.